Now the word to Virgen Arcadio, Egonon's legal compliance officer, who will explain a few aspects of the MIFID II. Thank you.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, so good morning, everyone. I'm Virgen Arcadio, the legal compliance officer for Egonon. And today, for me, it's a pleasure to discuss with you the central themes of today's financial sector, or better, MIFID II. Today, I will explain what is really MIFID II, or better, the evolution of MIFID I. But I have few slides for you for sharing, for making an understandable way my presentation. And now I will show you. Okay, so here we are. First of all, what is MIFID II? MIFID II is the evolution of MIFID I, and it's entering into force in 2018, and it was introduced to make up for the shortcomings such as functioning and transparency in the financial industry. Today, I will not talk about the very huge regulatory framework of MIFID because it will take very long, but I will focus only on few aspects. First of all, we have three important pillars. They are transparency, they are lower margins, and suitability. I want to focus on one of the bases of these three important pillars, which is Article 36 of MIFID II, which inform us about the duty of wealth manager, or better, inform his clients about the costs and changes about the portfolio of the clients, and then try to be very understandable and communicate in an understandable way to the customer. And this is something that has not to be taken for granted, because sometimes to customers it's very important to inform them in a very understandable way and not with few and too many techniques. But what really changed in the financial industry? We can difference in a few aspects. Transparency, as I told before, low cost, and suitability. Let's start from transparency. First of all, financial intermediaries must inform their customer of the strategy that will be applied. In this way, customer will have no more gray areas, and investor will have a greater access to their financial situation and knowledge about how to invest their money. The second pillar, low cost. Because of regulatory pressure, we have today management and consultancy fees very lower price, because we have many and several automated products. From a side, this is not a bad thing because they can reach few more customers. But from the other side, we have a wealth manager more focused on product, more suitable for their clients, in a sense, tailor-made. From the other side, suitability. Suitability is a very important pillar of MIFID II, because thanks to this, portfolios of clients are more suitable with them and with their needs. And this is something that has not to be taken for granted. In fact, from the sense of the asset allocation, they can be allocated in a way, or better, in a venue much more compliant with customers' needs. But who really benefits? What benefits from MIFID II? We have the exchange trade funds, or better known like ETFs. ETFs, but why? They are like funds, but differently, unlike from the phones, they are liquid, convenient, they are transparent, and last but not least, with no issue or even cost. But the question is how ETFs work. They are funds that adopt a passive strategy and therefore reflect the market. But actively managed ETFs have taken hold for some years. From a side, passive ETFs, they try to represent or better reflect the market in a way very ineffectively way. But from the other side, we already know which kind or how many stocks are involved inside the funds. From the other side, we have the active ETFs. And it is something very new in these years because they are actively managed, and the purpose, the goal of these actively managed funds is the extra profit and with no issue funds. From the other side, the question is, what about the wealth manager? Of course, a wealth manager today have to be a greater focus on the most suitable product for the customer. Of course, try to building a kind of tailor-made product for his client and no mass service with a better return and total clarity on their investment portfolio. And this is a very important even in the sense of MIFID II, because MIFID II tried to inform that we have to have a very high level of professionalism with no gray areas for our customer. Of course, MIFID II brings a kind of future more brilliant, even more compliant with customers' needs in an understandable way for them and in a safer way for them. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Virgen, for your speech and your contribution. Okay, any question?
Yes, a question for you, Virgen. I just wonder why, in your opinion, has this legal framework been approved so late and not before?
Excuse me, can you repeat the question, please?
Sure. Why, in your opinion, has this legal framework been approved just in those days and not before? Is there any reason, in your opinion?
Yeah, for sure. So from a side, I think that it takes even very long time to try to find a single European market and a single European regulatory framework from a side. And it takes a long time. But from the other side, I think that there are even many pressures, many interests that of course conflict and interfere with the same goal to try to make a single European framework in this legislation. So yes, our opposite faces of the same coin.
Thank you, Virgen. I think so.
Thanks to you.